Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pixology Plaza, where our wonderful robot Keyring has actually just finished going ahead and tending to the deconstructor at level 3, which I hope we have something I can put in there because we have got this thing so ready to break down so much. In fact, do we have the Hadrosaurus? We don't! Okay, we're gonna actually put in the Hadrosaurus skeleton and start having that broken down. I think it'll go pretty quickly, like only 52 days, which is ridiculous. But that is because the Sands of Prehistory Research is ready to do some major research with the addition of 1.5 billion of these super expensive, like, server cabinets that make me think of my friends who work in IT all the time. And also from me realizing that, oh yes, you can have multiple staff members come and contribute to being able to make the Sands of Prehistory Research Zone work. Ooh, and look at that. So that makes it go even faster when you have more people in there. And we have it up to 53% analysis paralysis power. Oh, that makes me so proud. And I also just finished tending to our security office. So the security office is now nice and tidied. I can't remember how to make the room capacity over here go up. And there's only 2 cameras. Oh, yes! Finally! The Hadrosaurus skeleton finally unlocked the gray cave paint. Do you guys have any idea? Months. I have been patiently waiting to be able to use this. Months. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm not happy. I take back the happy. The golden molars. The golden molars are back there. Oh my gosh, where are they? Okay. Okay. Well, no, I'm still happy, but you see, now I realize, oh, the golden molars are here. They're trying to steal our stuff. I need to possibly install more security thingies really quickly because I don't want our stuff stolen, even if we don't really have a lot of stuff at the moment. It's the principle of the matter, you see. And then we'll put down a few random security things. And then, let's see, where's my security coverage? There we go. Oh wow, we have no coverage. This is like a museum of marvels if you're a thief. Because this place is so unprotected. What have I been doing? Well, to be fair, a lot of things, and also, where's my money going? Whoops. We have been doing a lot of things. Apparently I have no money. We probably need to be doing even more things to, you know, make the whole money thing happen. Wow. Oh no. Oh dear. Well, hello everyone, and yes, welcome back. I had another night of insomnia with the guinea pigs, and so we did do a lot of very expensive investments behind the scenes where we were piling up. Oh, good job, little fish. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad that, you know, we actually have quite a few of our fish constantly breeding. Because remember, fish stocks go up, guys. Fish stocks go up. Ooh, and our goldfish ended up having more babies. Okay, so I'm curious about something. I want to see if putting the goldfish in our inventory makes them long-term investments in there as well. So this goldfish is currently worth 5,500. So we're going to name it 5,500 in the bank. And then we're gonna put it into our inventory. And we're gonna have an experiment. If this fish goes up in value while we are going ahead and just leaving it in the inventory, that will let us know if that works. Because we also have Sow the Trolls piggy bank fish in our inventory, and I kind of think silver investment has been going up in value as well. That's another one of our fish, in case you were wondering. Fish stocks rising is currently worth 7,700. I'm gonna put it in our inventory. And this goldfish is also worth 5,500. So this is 5,500 in the wild. And we're gonna see how quickly those 2 fish who were born pretty much at the same time end up increasing in value. And that is the way I'm going to just kind of explain our long-term fish research, though, you know, how that's relevant to working on our prehistory goals. is very, 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 very much at the periphery edges of everything, but I'm sure we'll be able to break that down and understand it better later. Also, apparently more people want to be donating over here. That's fine. And I moved the helicopters again. So I know we put the Fish Stocks Rising helicopter over here, but the more I looked over how we have our helicopters set up, because we have 2 staff rooms so close to this side, and this is also where we have the deconstructors, this is also where we have the workstation, so that I can jump on in and I can remember, oh yes, please get those survey scanners made. Please make sure that you get those wide cold nets made. Or at the moment, I really want to have more robo security guards. Because this place is just a candy store for thieves. And I really don't want to have a candy store for thieves, but now I kind of want to have the thieves' den. Think how cool that would be with our goldfish and just like treasure related things. That could be kind of fun. We might investigate that idea in a little bit here. But that said, I think you guys were here when we got the little nigiri fish as well. And we ended up getting a little wet wiper fish. And we got another nigiri fish that is just, was it this fish? Yes, it was this nigiri fish, and it was quote unquote just a epic, so I was gonna release it, but it seemed to be worth like a lot of buzz, and I wanted to check. Okay, it's not a big fish, so I guess since it's the only other nigiri fish we have, look, don't worry about the fish right now. I mean, worry about the fish because that's how we're making money. That's how we're making money. I almost forgot to tell you guys. We had a supreme sturgeon born in our museum. I'm so happy. It is absolutely glorious. And it was a different color when it was a baby, I think. It was just like plain green, which was really cool. But I want to name this one Prism because that sounds amazing. And this spectrum sturgeon. Oh wow, we're already done with that. Oh wow, we have 2 robo security guards and a close encounter machine. I didn't even know that we had ready to go for people to use in the space hub. Holy moly! All right, look, that's going pretty quick. I want to have a security officer like patrol out here later, but I feel like I need one of our robots in here maybe to handle the space stuff that we're going to be doing, which means I mean, I guess I could use a robo janitor in there too to clean the toilets. Gosh, this is where you come in to just start something basic and easy, and the next thing you know, you're like, ooh, another clownfish that we can go ahead and we can do DNA research on. We have a ton of new hires that I kind of am like hiding behind my fingers, being like, okay, I know I need to name all you guys, but give me just a minute here. 5,500. It does go up when they're in the bank, you guys. The fish investments go up in your inventory. Oh my word. If the odds of having more of them breed don't increase just by having their numbers up, that's going to be amazing because you could just forget about your long-term fish investments. And the spectrum sturgeon also have the collector's catch ability. Oh boy, well that'll help us money-wise. However, what we're currently trying to do is make this little prehistoric plaza in here so that we can have the time portal activated, cave people start popping out, and then we can start doing the research for the prehistory stuff so that we can go to the Stop Beton and Dead Horse zone and also make our way to the Ginormous Rock zone. Yeah, that's kind of convoluted, but I love it because it's, you know, what we're doing. We also had our staff who were visiting space, like Space Storm Lord Thunder, Space Storm Expert, Space Storm Researcher Lord Thunder. Go, and I did spend quite a bit of our money sending them off for specialized space training, because why not? Good to have your space experts trained and ready to go with their pilot wing abilities and their survival skills. I have been giving Space Cheese Chef Honey Moss survival skills. Comet Catcher Leafheart also now has survival skills. And you know what, Space Storm Lord Thunder? I'm going to send you back into space again to carry on with getting a little bit more experience. And we're going to be doing that so that we can just have all of our astronauts who are going to help us try to get this time portal up and going, ready with survival skills, because you need survival skills to survive the moon and to survive the blue cheese moon. And all of them have the Space Gibbon Circuit pilot wings, whose rewards include things like buzz and entertainment boost, etc., etc., which may be really useful because that's a chance to get a buzz and entertainment boost for like $7,000, which still, you know, money. I'm being a little flippant with it, but you know, hopeful. But now that we have the Circle Space Battery for our time portal, if you can keep up with me, if I can't keep up with myself, we're gonna try to get the Table of the Cosmos again with our Space Cheese Chef Honey Moss going off with, how about Inventor Librarian? This sounds like an expedition that inventors would want to go on. And we'll have them go on a detailed expedition because I'm really hoping we'll bring back like a pristine quality table right out the gate, basically, or right out of the atmosphere, maybe. And we sent an expedition off to Numdrop with fish rescuer Abby and a new hire who's going to be an old hire, who's going to be one of the clones that we have. Huzzah! 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 We actually have more of the little wet wipers. Yes, okay, that's going to be very helpful. I like how they're just really chill. They don't really need to worry about eating anything. They're just, and it's pristine quality fish. They're just here. They're just ready to relax. This epic quality wet wiper, we might go ahead and I want to get a DNA sample from it because I'm kind of curious about what perks we could get. Woo! And we've got our robocharger! That'll be helpful for our little prehistory area, which means I'm probably going to need a scientist to patrol this zone too. We'll work on that in a second. The penny pincher is back and ready to go somewhere where there is security, for crying out loud. Over there. All right, and then we also had our lanternfish fossil stolen. It was our very original, very first lanternfish fossil. I think we're gonna just pretend it didn't get stolen, and we're just not gonna admit to the public that we actually had our fish fossil stolen because that's a little too revealing. And maybe we can just kind of gloss over that fact. All right, and so, oh hey, look at that! Our expedition to the space station's almost done. I think that, and then we'll have our prehistory people come over here. Hey! And Space Storm Lord Thunder has gone ahead and they have actually, congratulations, you have now got the ability to have your survival skill training so that you are ready to be an astronaut on our astronaut crew team. I will say that team actually is the best trained out of all of our experts because almost all of our space explorers have the pilot wings and survival now, which is like the most shared group of skills we've ever had with a group of experts before. And our space cheese chef and our inventor are back from their trip to the moon. Yes! Woo! And they brought it with them! They brought it with them! The Table of the Cosmos, which apparently we haven't gotten full knowledge of just yet, so that'll be fun to work on. We need to get one square and we need to get one of those cheesy bits in order to upgrade that. Noted. Wow, look at all of our helicopters too. I'm really proud that we just have a whole fleet of them. Can we change their design to the Explorer design? Yes. Interesting. All right, we're gonna do that one because I think that'll look nice. Also, our seahorses are breeding very quickly, which is kind of nice. I wonder, oh my gosh, and our clownfish are breeding very quickly. I mean, I don't really have a problem with the extra money when we need it, but I am a little curious about what happens if we try to get a perk from them. All right, now let's see. So let's go back to the moon because I think we need a square. square, I believe. Let's do that again. We're just going to turn right around and go back to the moon and see what we can find. Because we need, yeah, square and then that nibbly bit. So that's a good way to like describe things to your to like your space crew, right? All right, somebody go get the nibbly bit. Ah, that's right. It's the galactic bulb. That's what it is. This is a pristine one, and it needs 2 triangles in order to make it work. And we can put it outside. Maybe we'll have a little space courtyard over here. And then have the time portals. Maybe we can have like a whole row of time portals. I love that. If we line it up just right, I think we can make that happen. Okay. And we could hide the time portals like on this side. Maybe we can move the fish tank around a little bit so it's like you can only enter from over here, and we can block things off with trees and then put the time portals away, like on the other side of the trees from the space stuff, so it divides the themes, so it just looks like miraculously the time portals are working for some reason. And having more than one that could pick up all of the space battery zones might be really, really, really cool. All right, let's see. Let's try to get, we need 2 more. Hello, Comet Catcher Leafheart. If you don't mind, we need 2 more of those space batteries. And while they are all doing that, we could also use, do we want things? I know we're gonna need mulch soon. What else do we need for the time portals? Maybe we'll try to see if we can get another time portal or 2, because we also had our lone henge stolen, which was a little embarrassing, and that might be a nice divider thing that we could put between them. But when it comes to our prehistory areas, I did want to start working on Withering Way. We might find famous spirits, natural spirits, and dinosaur bones there too. Ooh, that would be really fun. And then once we start working in Stop Beaton and Dead Horse, I will need an expert with rapid restoration. So let's see if any of our prehistory experts have that. And you know what? We haven't been to a new zone in a long time. So let's send a crew like, why does it have to be seismic season? What? Do I really? Aw, man. We're gonna have to not go to Withering Way because summer is seismic season. How did I manage to like do that? But I think we can avoid the heat wave. All right, does anybody have? Automatizer Pseudofishy is the only one who's got rapid restoration. Dust Bunny Expert Kit Kat Nat, that's right, that's what you were working on. All right, we'll send you, and we'll send our automatizer, and we will give you guys a nice hat so that you won't get injured from going out during heatwave season. And then just have a safe trip. A speedy trip in heatwave season apparently is like 60 days. And sure, I'll probably still be turning around in little circles and chasing my own tail after 60 days, but I want to at least try to see if they can come back in time. All right, let's expand this side and maybe a little like this for our space hub. And then I wonder if we can move our nigiri fish over, even if we don't move them all the way to the side. And then we can expand that zone. And I want to do that so we can put in a new door. Because we can have a little space plaza? See, space inspection coming. But that way we can have a little space plaza, and then we can try to pretend that our time portal is leading to the mythical prehistory zone. Oh, the seahorse DNA actually gave us some of the energy boost, by the way, just in case you were curious about how that worked out for us. And then let's make sure that we have, no, not the silver bottom shipwreck. I want the space hub, please. Space hub, there we go. All right, are those the right ones? I hope. I really hope that was effective. Okay, good. It looked like it was messing up for just a second. And then I think I expanded the main building. No, we're good there. Okay. Oh, excellent. And they're back from orbit. had to figure out where we had been there. And we found another pristine galactic bulb, which probably is pretty entertaining to see. Was this one pristine too? So we could probably just go ahead. Maybe, like, I guess that would be like the space garden, which would be quite fun to see. However, that doesn't happen to be... Oh, hey! The space batteries we need. Nor is this claimed space rock the space batteries we need, but I'm glad that it will provide amusement to our guest, maybe? We'll put it inside. It's kind of like when you go to the closet to try to find the batteries you need for something, and you could have sworn you had double A's, but you can only find triples. And then when you need triple A's, you can only find doubles, or like worse, a D. And every time I find a D battery when I'm looking for like one I can actually use, I always am like, why? Why do I have this? Why do I have this one when I need like a totally different one? Which is probably really a unique situation to find yourself in. Maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but that's just, there's a little peek into the mindset and the life of a Siri. All right, so the good news is I think this is working out well for us. And also, I think we'll just go ahead and let the space hub take up this whole corner zone. Yeah, this will work, because then we can make this entire section kind of the space garden, and this whole curved area we can turn into the time portal transport spot. And that would let us expand our fish tank this way, and then maybe pull back here. And now the fish tank is full size. I want to make sure that, let's see, how's that? Is that still full size? No, okay. Then we can expand, whoops, on this side. Almost. Shrink there. Add here, add here. And yes, all right, now hopefully we will have a mini baby nigiri fish. And speaking of baby nigiri fish, I need to get the nigiri fish back in here. Oh, they're not happy. Why are you guys not happy? Aquarium plants? Aw, okay, hang on. I'll give you a couple aquarium plants, and then I really need to like continue to focus on this. Okay. I need some info stands just really quick. Very messy, chaotic info stands. Followed by very messy, chaotic donation stands. Just to make sure we're covering some bases. And I definitely want to move where people can go in and out. I think we'll do maybe 2 smaller spots. And then I want to expand the building on this side so that we can make the cafeteria a little bit bigger, because oh my gosh, is it ever popular. Do you see how many people are lining up for like our really cool cafeteria? I'm really happy about that. I'd be even happier if I could like keep all these windows properly. Oh, the things you don't think you're gonna get distracted by, and yet here we are. But we'll have more cheese! We'll make more cheese for everybody. We've got a galactic space garden started so that we can make a time portal territory zone. Who could argue with those things? And then we can get another serving station installed, I hope. And hopefully another person over here to help us with people coming in and getting some of the cheese, the space cheese, to eat, because our space cheese area is very popular. All right, and that means we're gonna need a new staff member to work in the space cheese zone. Do I have there's a lard lad in marketing, and then here's somebody with customer service with photographic memory. I'll take it. Oh wait, somebody else already came over here. All right, well, we won't worry about that right now then. All right, so the good news is the space hub has been expanded today so that it is more cheesy. It has a garden ready to prosper with basically mechanical plants. And please tell me we just got the things to be able to at least start the time portal. Yes, we have one triangle. What did the triangle need to be here for? Triangle-ing to remember? Aha. So triangle, it was needed for the galactic bulb. And then, let's see, and we needed square and the galactic bulb working. Boink. Ha! And the square is here. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there to the point where we can go ahead and we can have the table activated. And once the table's activated, we can have our time portal. Oh, I love it so much. And our automatizer and dust bunny expert have returned from their trip to Spoony Dunes. Oh my gosh, with a pristine time portal. Mwah. That was amazing. That was amazing. I'm gonna name this time portal the Time of Triangles. How about the time of trying triangles? Because we're trying really hard to get the triangles. Yeah, I thought that was kind of awesome. And we're gonna increase the security sticker on this guy just because it's like, or maybe energy boost. We'll do an energy boost on it because we tried and we're getting there. The money is going up. Financial security is proving itself once more to be very essential to keeping all of this functioning very well. We actually have some progress. I forgot we were trying to find a nice, happy friend of a of another science expert to work in the plaza. We'll check on that in a second. I think we're only missing that one piece to activate the table. I think as much fun as it would be to work on orbit totem, to work on some of the other pieces in space, we're good there for now. However, I still have not managed to go ahead, and I still have not managed to get my spider crabs. So I want to have my alien-esque spider crabs over here. And let's see, the cold spot caves we've gone into. And then finally, to wrap up the day and put a little bit of proof in the pudding that we are at least trying to make this happen. Woo, it's not seismic season anymore. So we can go ahead and let us send Explorer Bergie and, oh my gosh, you guys are not very high level at this, are you, my friends? Ghost Ship Storyteller Evergreen. Oh my word. And then I think Artist Alari was the person to make it so that we won't get possessed, and instead we might find ourselves with a bit of afterlife experience as we go on our very first expedition to Withering Way. Led by none other than an artist seeking the way forward, because the experts that we hired, it's gonna be a little while while they work on those whole expert skill things. Oh, I love it so much. But all right, my friends, thank you for joining us today. It turned out to be another one of those extra long, extra lovely days where we get to spend a pinch of extra time together. And look at that! The 5,500 in the bank is indeed rising. So the fish stock prices do go up, even if we end up leaving them just kind of on the side. And we can go ahead and grab one of these lovely wet wipers. I wonder what happens if we analyze its DNA. We're gonna find out. All right, prehistoric plaza, and I guess the space garden plaza. Up and, ooh, another new goldfish. It's average quality too. So I think we're gonna go ahead and, I guess this one's gonna be triangle scheme. Oh my word. Yes, triangle scheme. That's a good name. That's a good name for the goldfish. I am a little too pleased with that. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.